keeps focusing on Raja and not me. Hi guys. Okay, so I have had multiple people reach out to me recently saying that they just feel stuck. They feel stagnant, the self-help books are not healing or helping anything, and they're just confused on which way to go. They don't have trust with themselves. And I'm realizing how many people really struggle with this. And it's something that, we're human. We're constantly being surrounded by media telling us who to be, books saying that this is how we do one thing, the relationship podcast saying that this is how you find love, this is all the noise. We're being told so many different things and being fed so much that it's like, how do you get clear on what is actually you? What is actually true? And so today's video is going to be on dropping the noise and finding what truth is to you and trusting yourself, so self-trust. And self-trust has been one of my favorite juicy things to play with in my life. At 18, I got my face tattooed and I quit my corporate job. I started working at 14, so I had a lot of time to realize I don't want to work for somebody else. So at 18, I got my face tattooed and I said, I promise I will make this work. And that is building self-trust. And then it is showing up for yourself. So I would not recommend going so extreme as I do. I'm kind of an extremist and I like to, let's just do this. Let's live this life. Let me go for it. All of this coincides. So when you trust yourself, you trust the universe. You cannot trust the universe if you don't trust yourself. And this doesn't even have to be religious. This is like, when you trust yourself, you know that you can make anything happen. But sometimes I like to put pressure on myself to show myself that I can show up. Focus on me, not Raja. So I feel like one of the big key points within learning to trust yourself is also cultivating safety in your body. So we do that through inner child work, through somatic release, whatever it is that you need to feel safe. So some ways that this is going to dive into a little bit of inner child work that I really like to help play and cultivate that safety for little me is rewiring timelines with her. So when you start to feel an emotion, and this is a technique that I learned from a trauma PTSD specialist, is when you start to feel those triggers and those emotions, take a step back and sit with her. So it's like, if you can, obviously if you're really triggered, start breathing, ground back into your body, but then allow yourself to connect to that heavy emotion and really sit there with it. So many of us want to run and avoid it. So when you start to get those feelings, it's like, maybe the best way for me to explain this is by slightly guiding you through it. So what you're going to do is you're going to close down your eyes. Take a couple deep, mindful breaths. You're going to go to a space where your inner child feels safe, whether this be a big field, the forest, your favorite room in the house, snuggled up with your fur babies. And you're going to invite them in. And you're going to witness what it is that they're feeling through this. You're going to witness that fear. Don't make it mean anything, just watch them. Watch them feeling this. Watch them terrified, watch them, how they're shrinking. Watch those things and just observe. Let them feel. And whoever's around during this time, whether it be a parental figure, a lover, whatever it is, you can dismiss them now. They can leave this situation. And I want you to step into that place. You are going to take over the place of these parental figures, of whoever it is that is around you during this situation. And you're going to step in and you're going to hold them close. You're going to say, hey, I got you and you're safe with me now. So now we're going to rewrite that timeline. And through this, the more that you do this, your subconscious is now going to remember that experience, but with you giving them the proper guidance that it is that they need. Just start rewriting and creating that safety within you of like, no matter what's happening externally, that you have you. Because we cannot have anyone save us. Like, nobody's going to come in and fix our anxious attachment, our avoidant, whatever it is. Like, nobody's here to save you but you. And when you start to really take that into your own hands of like, it's okay to be alone, it's okay to be lonely, but you have you. And when you get solid in you, that's when you can start to align and energetically align to what you want to experience. Because another part of embodiment work is understanding that you have the possibility and capabilities to raise your vibration. It's like a radio frequency. Abraham's teachings kind of goes into this, where when you dial into a radio station, you're going to hear what's on that level. So say your radio station's here. You want to experience this. You're going to turn your radio frequency, raise your vibration to this. But now anything here can no longer touch you. You can only experience what's here. But if you're shaky in this and your knob is kind of broken, you're going to fluctuate, you might drop back down. So it's really learning self. It is self-mastery to be able to maintain that vibration through a place of love and not force, but through peace and kindness and with the proper intentions, proper foundation. Yes. Those are some ways that you can start cultivating that inner child safety, and then you can start playing with this. It's like all these books are only going to show you so much, but you have to go out and experience your life. In order for any of this to mean anything, in order to actually learn and integrate what it is, you have to be willing to go out and experience potential pain, potential hurt, potential rejection, and understanding and creating that safety in yourself that you're going to be okay no matter what. Everyone thinks I'm literally crazy because I will do all the things that scare me. I'm scared of heights, let me go bungee jump off a cliff. I am scared of rejection, so I download a dating app and I send Schmeagle voice memos to the hottest of men because I have to cultivate safety in my body that I'm okay no matter what. Whatever that looks like to you, obviously within kindness and love and not, harming yourself or others, but allowing yourself to play into your edges. I call it edging. It's like, how can you edge into this discomfort? How can you edge into these sides of yourself and allow yourself to still feel safe? And through that, I have been able to be self-employed artist, making 6 figures, living on a lake, living in this beautiful life, but none of the physical stuff matters. The physical stuff is just there for giggles, okay? And I know that a lot of people might be upset by that, might be kind of a desensitizing thing to say, but when you strip down this life experience, your alignment with self is the most abundant thing that you can have. And when you have that abundance, when you have that alignment, anything is possible. We need to break out of external being the goal. Because when I slow down and I listen to my body and I heal and I love and I play, life gets better. The moment that I make it about work, about trying to survive, about trying to heal, I'm a mess. I'm a freaking mess. So it's like, drop all of that and allow yourself to just gently come back home into self. I think I yap a lot. I hope I'm touching on the proper things. Building trust with self is also being able to know when enough is enough. Whether that be your job, your relationship, building confidence that you're going to be okay no matter what. And sometimes you have to test those limits. I left my small town and I went and I bought a super sports car and moved into a 4-bedroom house with a pool, not making the money to sustain any of this, but telling myself that I would make it work. But some small ways that you can start doing that is even the gym, making sure that you're eating and nurturing and sustaining your body. That is something that I've struggled with, and allowing yourself to am I eating enough? Am I moving my body? Am I listening to its hunger cues? Am I listening to its cues of it's feeling frazzled right now and maybe I should put down the technology and sit with myself? Can you start building those cues of I'm feeling really anxious? And a lot of times when we're feeling anxious, we want to pick up the phone. We want to do something to distract it. but can you make yourself sit in silence and love yourself in that silence? You don't have to figure out the problem. You don't have to have it all figured out right there. But can you just sit there and hug yourself and say, wow, I see you. I see you. Because that's what we want. We want to be seen. And nobody else can see you if you're not seeing yourself. Nobody else is going to be able to figure out what it is that you need until you sit and understand what you need. So finding those little things, or even just going out in public and saying, hey, wow, I think you're really cute. Are you single by chance? And every single time I've done that, I've gotten rejected. And that gets to be okay. That builds trust with myself that I'm still okay. It's not going to shake my core, because that means that something better is coming in for me. And not to say that they're not amazing, but something that is more in alignment with who I am, what it is that I'm doing. So play, relax, flow, and be gentle with yourself, because nobody has it figured out, and we're all trying. So I hope that some of these rambles were helpful, and if you would like me to dive deeper on any subjects, let me know. I would really like to start talking and just doing this kind of stuff more. This is me building trust with myself. So thank you. I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget to smile, because it makes the world go round.